Hello, General Consule. We are going to talk about Dutch culture today. And shall we start?
Be my guest. Welcome.
Okay. How can you describe what democracy means?
Do you have so many difficult questions like this?
No.
No, this is the most difficult one.
Yeah.
I think democracy is a system of governance where the people feel well represented, where their interests are taken care of. So I think that is democracy. Democracy is not, of course it's a formal system with elections and so on, but a democracy is not something that happens once per 4 years. Democracy is a situation that during the whole year people have the opportunity, feel that they have the opportunity to be heard.
Yeah, but what kind of law do you have in Netherlands to protect minorities?
Well, we have, first of all, we have our constitution.
Yeah.
And the constitution, I think Article 1 says that everyone has equal rights for, in the Netherlands, everyone has equal rights. That's one. And then we have Article 2, and that says that no one can be discriminated against because of language, religion, color, race, etc. So that is how we protect right.
How do you feel for being in Turkey? Is it different living in Turkey than Netherlands?
Of course. Every country is different.
But how do you feel about it? What kind of feeling?
You first asked me if it is different.
Yeah.
I say yes. Every country is extremely different. That is the nice thing of being diplomat. Each time you live in a different in a different
Okay,
country.
well, let me ask you another question. Do you like Turkish kebabs?
Well, I am not so much of a meat eater, so I'm not so fond of kofte and kebab. I only like shish kebab.
Yeah.
Of kebab shish.
Yeah.
Tavuk shish I like.
Okay.
But I like, in general, I like Turkish food. I like the salads, the fish. But when it comes from, the southeast, Adana, so on, it's too spicy for me. I don't like spicy food. I don't like meat. But in Turkey, it's very rich kitchen, so I'm happy here.
So, what kind of problems do Turkish people have in Netherlands? What do you think about it?
Well, first of all, we have many people from many different backgrounds, and we have 400,000 people who have the Dutch nationality. So they are Dutch, just like me, but they have Turkish roots.
Yeah.
So, first of all, they have the same problems as all of us, and of course, if you are different, then you can have language problems, especially first generation Turkish people. Well, they have become Dutch, but just as I know it is difficult to learn Turkish, for them it's difficult to learn Dutch. So especially I think the first generation immigrants, they have to get used to the culture, but that applies to everyone. If I emigrate to Australia, like many Dutch people did, I have to get used to Australia. What I always hear from Turkish students, Turkish business people, when they move to the Netherlands, they think that in general the Netherlands is a very warm and welcoming country. So,
let me ask another question. What is importance royal family in Netherlands?
But it depends on whom you ask. For some, it's extremely important. We have always been fortunate that we had a very good royal family, and they are a unifying force in our country. They don't have formal powers. The formal powers are not with the head of state, with the prime minister, the cabinet, and the parliament. But they're kind of like a symbol. So you know, every country needs a symbol, a unification symbol, and that's what they have been doing always. They're the head of state. So when they go abroad, they represent the Netherlands. I am officially the Consul General, the ambassador of the king. So in the Netherlands, both the previous queen and the present king, they have been and are at the moment very, very popular. And especially in times of need, when there are problems, it's good that you have someone you can look up and who.
When you talk about kings and queen, I remember this. Do you think that is there any difference between Queen's Day and King's Day? You know, the celebration.
Yeah, that depends on the way how the head of state like to implement it. We had our previous, not our last queen, but the queen before. She had this parades in front of her house. So then all over from the Netherlands, people came to her house to greet her. And then the queen, her daughter, she celebrated in a different way. So she went, you know.
What kind of difference?
She went to the country. So she did not receive all those people at her home, at her palace, but she went every year. She went to a different province. Let me finish. And I think the present king is more or less doing the same. But we here at the consulate, we celebrate, whether it's Queen's Day or King's Day, we always celebrate it in the same way.
Yeah. So, is there a debate in Netherlands about Sinterklas? Some people claim that it's a kind of discrimination. What do you think about it?
Yeah, well, it's one of our traditions, and I think the issue is not about Sinterklas. But the issue is about the people that go with him, the so-called Black Peters, and so there has been a lot of discussion, too much discussion, and I hope it will be soon finished, and that we can continue celebrating Sinterklas, but then with his entourage, the people that help him, colored in such a way that they don't cause any wrong feelings. So we ourselves had here at the consulate, we had some servants, some helpers that were colored blue, others that were colored white with just some black stripes, others were colored all kind of different colors.
Yeah, I see.
So the important thing is that Sinterklas is about doing good, about charity, anonymous. That's how it started in Patara, in Turkey. That's how we started in the 4th century, because that is the basis of the Sinterklas story. It was this rich guy who saw poor people and he helped them. So that is how it started.
Let's talk about Dutch education system. Why Dutch education system is that complicated? And I know that Dutch people.
Who says it's complicated?
Do you know the HBO, the HELO, and the different level of schools according to students' grades? And can it be discrimination just based on the students' grades? And I know that Dutch people are so good at languages, but they also want to learn Spanish a lot. Why is that?
Well, first, your first question is on the complicating education system. I'm not a specialist. I didn't know it was. I didn't know it was complicated. I think our education system is one of the best in the world. That's all I know. I know that our universities, we have 13 academic universities, they're all in the top 200. Well, I know many countries where not one university is at the top 200. So all our universities are in the top 200. So that means that somehow our system is okay. And a selection process on the basis of marks, yes, that is discriminatory. It means that the best students goes to the best schools. But that's only a small part of our system. I think it only applies to certain studies, certain selective schools. I think here in Turkey, you also have this examination at the end, and then, well, I think you do it as well. I think most countries do something like that. So, yes, it is discriminatory, but I still think that our Dutch system, I'm sure it can be improved. All systems can be improved. But the result is that we are one of the most competitive countries in the world. We have a lot of high tech, and we have all our universities are in the top 200. So I think, it's most important is the mentality of the people, and the leaders should set the right example. So that is most important. So if that is not okay, then laws don't help, not so much. But I repeat what I said about the constitution. In our constitution is written, no one shall be discriminated. So that also applies to women. Of course, in practice, it's a long fight. We all know that men could vote before women, and women earn less than men often still, and so on. So what we do is take...
But is there any special law in the Netherlands to prevent this?
No, not a law as far as I know. Again, the constitution is enough, but we have practical, the implementation of certain practices, like we want that at least 30% of all the ambassadors are women. So that is nothing to do with the law, but that is a practical step. We want to have more female CEOs, so we work on that. We need more members of parliament that are women, so we take practical steps. We want more women to work, so we try to arrange an environment where it is easier to put your children to kindergarten, and also change the mentality of the men, so that also the men stay at home, and so. So that is.
But the special police department about LGBT people. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, LGBTIQ.
There is a special police department in Netherlands.
I'm sure
It's successful enough to protect LGBT community.
I have not heard of it, but I'm sure it exists. In Holland, we have all kind of special departments. So I think in general, LGBTIQ people feel protected in the Netherlands. Everywhere you have stupid people. Everywhere you have people who discriminate. Also in the Netherlands, for sure. I'm the first to admit that. But I think that I would say most, if I just say gay people, they feel safe in the Netherlands, and we were one of the first, perhaps even the first country in the world to accept gay marriage. So that is, I think all our, for example, police, I don't know about the special department, I'm sure you're right, but our police is also trained to accept the fact that you have people that are minorities, people that are not standard people. So I think, again, and it is, you don't do that one day, you have to do that always, continuously.
Okay. Can you tell me that why the cows in Netherlands are so cute?
No idea. No, I got no idea. Do you think they're cute?
Yeah.
Black and white?
No, but they are so cute. I lived there before.
Yeah, I understand that, but no,
okay.
No idea.
There is a village in nearby Boxtel named Turkey.
Yes.
Yeah, and
Is it there or is it in the
yeah.
south? Is it the south? No?
I think it's nearby Boxtel.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
And in 16th century, there is a Dutch revolt, end of the 16th century. And the Ottoman Empire helped Dutch people to fight against Spanish Empire. And also Ottoman Empire sent some food to Dutch people. And how it works. And even some Dutch people use the slogan that rather Turkish than Pope.
Yeah, well, politics is a lot about symbolism. I think we also once we captured a Spanish ship full with Turkish soldiers on board. So we liberated them and we fed them and we sent them back to Constantinople.
Yeah.
And that was very much appreciated. So in return, the Turks or the Ottomans also helped us. Of course, it was symbolic. It was both sides
But,
small.
Symbolics
are important.
There is a flag in Leiden, and there is some monumental thing in New Zealand.
I know, but it's symbolic. But it's important, and it depends a bit how you interpret it. Liever Paaps, liever Turks than Paaps.
Yeah.
But that does not mean that we really love Turkey, because it means that we really hate the Catholics. That's what we do. So if you have to choose between Catholics and Turks, then we take the Turks. But it was, I think, in itself. And yes, and you have Turkey, this small city, and I still think it is in the southwest. But okay, you check. I don't think it is near Boxtel. I don't think so.
Okay.
But you know. But I think that. It was very symbolism is important in politics, and it was quite something that the Ottoman Empire, the Sultan, I mean one of the most powerful men in the world, invited the Netherlands, which was still revolting. We were not a state. We were revolting against the Spaniards, and the Sultan invited us to establish diplomatic relations. So, small country and a big country. So,
there is an icon in Netherlands as named Flying Dutchman. What do you think about it?
Yeah, we have all kind of. I mean, I'm happy about it. We have also this guy who puts his finger in the dike, to stop which of course is nonsense. And the Flying Dutchman, I think it was on the basis of a book, right? So. Well, I mean, it does not hurt. It's good for us. But
lately, there are many terror attacks in Turkey and all over Europe. What do you think about it? Why does it rise? Why we see more terror attacks?
This is a long answer, but we have different reasons for terrorism. Terrorism has always been there. There's nothing new. We always had terrorism. Sometimes less, sometimes more. But terrorism is as old as humanity, right? So it's, in that sense, it's nothing new. Yeah. And you have many reasons, different reasons for terrorism. So, and some of them are very much focused on Turkey. Like PKK is Turkey, and DHKPC, whatever it is, this Marxist, communist, that's also Turkey. And then you have terrorism, which is more global, like before Al Qaeda, Al-Nusra, and offshoot of Al Qaeda is ISIS. So ISIS is in a way focusing on establishing a new caliphate. So you have this ISIS, they want to establish a caliphate in Iraq and in Syria, but in this process they decided that the whole world, but mainly the West, and then the Christians, are their enemy. So I don't understand it. I see how it came about, but that is their ideology, and they implement it in the most horrible way. And in the process, they kill thousands of innocent people.
Yeah.
Also Muslims they kill Christians, they kill basically everyone they like to kill.
Yeah.
They're going to lose for sure.
I hope so.
No, of course they have no chance to win.
Yeah.
Perhaps they cannot really lose, but they have no chance to win. So they, but anyhow, so they consider us an enemy. I think now they also consider Turkey an enemy. For some time, Turkey was not an enemy to them, but now Turkey is also an enemy. And I think we wish everyone a happier and more peaceful 2017, because I think 2016 has been worldwide quite a tough year, difficult year, and perhaps in Turkey more than almost. I mean, not in almost any other country, but I mean Syria has been incredibly bad, but Turkey has been suffering a lot. So although I'm not a Turk, I'm here as a friend and as a diplomat. So I very much regret if things are not going well here. So I really hope next year will be much better than this year.
I hope so.
Yes.
So thanks for the interview.
My pleasure.
And I wish you best things ever the next year.
Thank you. Same to you.
Thank you.